Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup, always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the Apple. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Washington State Cougars and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Washington Huskies trying to get back on top, coming off a strong season at 9-4. Jedd Fisch is starting to build back that roster. After his quarterback, Damon Williams, flirted with the transfer portal, he is back in purple and gold, and that is good news for the Huskies trying to build something special in the Big Ten. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Cougars kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So the Washington Huskies offense will have the football first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Turning it on. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss. He can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50.
129.
Here's a give to Washington.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's Williams to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Moss. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Williams. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Williams fires quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Run in the red zone. It's Washington. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for the squad.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one. It's tough to take an injury this early. Washington State will have to boot it away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Williams. He's got him. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Quarterback may change this route. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Williams to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Third down from the gun, Williams. He caught it! So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Running the red zone. It's Washington. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. It's really you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Breaks into the open. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Washington State going quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer.
Finding some room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Voorhees. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Rides to the back. Find some fresh air. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to...
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he added the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back to the ground with the running back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He rifles one deep down the right side.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Voorhees. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
Looking to throw for it. Bringing the heat. Working that left side now. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's square.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Wazoo! What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but...
Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for a crease. It's Voorhees. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Washington State's head coach told me at halftime their running back has not gotten off to the best start. Listen, this is a big-time transfer, and they brought him in for a moment like this, but he has not gotten off to the start that they would like. However, the team's still up, but they expect more. See if they give him another opportunity here to get this second half started. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The play-action fake finds his tight end, and the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs, and now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it on the outside. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Williams, and he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Williams will pass. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Booster, sweep, go!
Wants to throw it again. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And nice job by this defense, really being physical at the point of the attack. There's not a lot of holes, man. They run the ball on back-to-back plays, aggressive linebackers playing downhill. Nice job by the D-line, owning the line of scrimmage. And now they got him in a situation.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Washington wants to go quickly.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Thanks to grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers, what about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Making side adjustments here. Williams throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Sweet, sweet. Rock, rock, rock. Return, return. Ready, go.
Williams looking for a man. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Washington right back to the line. Here's Williams to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, here on the Washington State sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now to see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Williams. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. As we head to the fourth, these two standout wide receivers have been very productive, both scoring touchdowns as we head into the final period. So the final period starts with a second down play. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. On the draw, it's Carr. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Williams fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The offense changing the play. Williams from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Fourth down, Williams. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Let's it fly. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
Wide receiver going in motion. It's Williams again. Buys a little time. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up first and goal.
A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. He wants to change this route. Third down from the gun, Williams. Back swinging for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the fourth. Goes to the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Runs through a man. He might have space. Past the 30. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Cougars. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Cougars with the immediate response.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Williams. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Holds it in on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And why would you not go back to it? I mean, he's caught everything thrown his way. He's been the focal point of this offense. They need a play late in the football game. They find him again. If I'm this defense, I got to make sure I'm doing everything I can to take him away.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. Washington wants to go quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Williams to throw. Rushes on him. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that's how they were able to force an incompletion.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's a give to Washington. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might be changing the route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Here comes the heat. He's on the move. Still on his feet at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT.
Here we go. Ready. Word 18. Word 18. Ready, go.
Handoff. Washington goes left. There's a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Washington again. Touchdown, Huskies! They strike first here in overtime. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Right down the middle. He makes a catch.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read them. Nice timing on that in route.
With the run on 1st and goal. Hutchinson Touchdown, Cougars. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Back to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
Got a little space. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. It's good! They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
He's looking to throw. Big fella moving. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on second and goal. They'll try to run it with Washington. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. If they can push this one in, they win the game. It's third and goal. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime with the touchdown!
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice stripe, nice catch, nice execution.
The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.